Yo, what's good? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you have an amazing day. Today we're going over the top 5 things I really dislike about Call of Duty Vanguard. So let's get straight into it. Let's go. In no particular order, going to number 1, that is leveling up. I feel like it takes forever to level your weapons up. I'm consistently dropping 100 plus gameplays and maybe leveling up my gun once in that whole game. It should be at least a minimum of 2 to 3 times. Yes, some of those kills will come from streaks, but the majority of them will come from actual gun kills. I think it's reasonable to say it is a grind to get those attachments and to level that gun up. Base weapons aren't so good as it is, so you really do have to grind to get the best attachments you can use to make the gun, I guess, as good as it can be. And I get there's a lot of attachments, which is good from a customization point of view, but being honest, the majority are useless. But I will say in this COD, especially over others, there's more chance players use a more diverse range of attachments, as opposed to using the same select few as we did in other games. And yes, there are attachments that dominate above all the others, but it's not as profound as previous games. Now, going on to number 2, this was a short one, but I still feel like it's making a big difference in my gameplay, and that is the settings. Almost a month in, it still feels like I'm playing the beta with the graphic glitches. So quite often, I'll be loading into a game with my normal field of view, which is about 110, 105, 110. Then I'll load into the next game, not doing anything, I've not done anything, I'm just loading into the next game, and it's loading up with 80. Like, why is that still happening? We're almost a month into the game, like, why is that happening? Granted, it doesn't take long for me to reset my game, but I don't feel like I should have to. As well as this, console players are constantly having to go into the graphic settings and change the Fidelity FX to on, and the depth of field to off, because they switch around. Fidelity will be off, and depth of field will be on. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's just those little things you have to constantly do. It's just really, it's so annoying. Like, this is beta settings behavior, and it's just been overlooked. Other than that, there's a few visual glitches every now and then, but other than that, the settings are relatively decent. Now, using this as an example, I know it's shipment. Yeah, I know it's shipment. But bro, look at this shit. It got to a point where it's just me and one other teammate in the map, yeah? So, other team, full squad, I think it was like 7 or 8 players. Just me and this other guy on the team. Even after he left, I was still stuck in the same spawn trap. Every single player on their team was, I think you can see it on the minimap maybe, they were all pushed up into my spawn, so that as soon as I spawned, I don't know how, there's no squad on my team, I'm the only person on the team, it still spawned me in the same place. I spawned, I died, I spawned, I died. Because this is shipment, this is an extreme example, but it is pretty much the same on every single other map. On every map, there is a horrific squad spawn. Squad spawns, yeah, you get a lot of kills, but yeah, it doesn't require any skill.
You have no skills and you're a loser!
Literally, you strap on your shield, strap on your shotgun, boom. You got that combo, you can just run around the map doing whatever the fuck you want, it doesn't even matter. It takes no skill to get kills in this game. And by the way, in Cold War, when I realized there wasn't any riot shields or extra aids to help little Timmies feel safe, it was probably the best COD news that I had ever received. Anyway, squad spawns ass. They probably won't get fixed, they'll probably be a consistent thing throughout Vanguard. To me, they make 0 sense. They can be readable sometimes in competitive until it randomly flips and fucks you over and you don't even know what you did differently. You either spawn trap or you get trapped. There's no in between. Now, in regards to the maps, 80% of the maps are bad, like really, really bad. Again, weird spawns, very open, too many lines of sight, so you can get shot from anywhere, too many lines of sight, and it's just always a shit show. And that's just the majority, but even the maps that are playable, they're not good to me. We got 16 maps on release and none of them are above a 7 out of 10. They'll probably drip feed some classic maps in or hopefully play a lot better, but then I don't know how they'll do that because they gotta integrate all the breakable shit, the windows, the doors, all that sort of thing. Yeah, so at the moment it's not looking too good. On to number 4, we got useless playlists. What is Killblock? Why is there bloodshed? All these questions need answering. The quick play and pacing is there for a reason. Like, why put useless playlists into the menu, like, just to fill it? It does nothing but add an extra box. Granted, it's pre-season, and I do have hope that in season 1 there'll be more hopefully good, useful playlists to use. I don't know why they drip feed us content that should already be in the game on release. It's been said before, but we're just playing a $69.99 BL. As I said, I hope they do give us some more enjoyable game modes on the season 1 release. Finally, we're at number 5, which is weapon balance and catering to noobs. I'll make this one a short one, but just like every other COD, there will be weapons that outshine others. In particular in this game, it's the shotguns, the 2-shot ARs, and the 1-shot marksmans. Understandably, some weapons will do more damage than others. That's how it's meant to be. With the time to kill in this game, you just feel like you're dying instantly. Why do they feel they have to cater towards these dusty ass players? Like, literally, you get bonus damage from missing their body. So, I know when I first started out COD, I was walking around looking at the floor. Pretty much most people are walking around looking at the floor. So if you're shooting people and there's a a proficiency where you shoot people in the legs or the arms, that's a 2-shot kill. So you're rewarding people for shooting them in their toes. Like, that's a madness. Obviously, again, you just make it easier for them to sit in the corners. You're not promoting action because they have their barriers, they have their riot shields and their fire shotties. And it's just making sitting in a corner all too easy. Now, these things don't make this a bad game, and this game definitely has a lot of has the potential to be a really good Call of Duty. It's just if the developers want to listen and acknowledge what the community is saying. And some of these things can be simple fixes. So yeah, next video is going to be a top 5 things I like about Vanguard, because there's definitely a lot to like as well. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one.